So we got a little bit of everything. First of all, we saw some sunshine right after the storms moved on through. So any sunshine today, it's nice to look at, but it's not what we want at all around our area, because that heats us up here at the surface. It brings in strong south wind, and that increases our level of moisture, all of which go into the fact that bring in higher storm energy, which you have to have. It has cooled us off into the low 60s, but look at the wind. South-southeast at 18 miles an hour. That little bit of easterly direction worries me a little bit. Why? Because there's a cold front on the way, and our winds are going to shift real quickly out of the west. You can get a little bit of turning, and it doesn't take much, so that's important. So the tornado watch has only been issued through 3 o'clock now for our southern communities. So Hart, Greene, Taylor, and Adair County. Again, that goes through 3 o'clock this afternoon. While the rest of us are not included in that, I'm telling you right now, there is still an opportunity for us to see a few tornadoes later on this afternoon. So this is what it looked like this morning. We had some radar issues nationwide this morning. That's why it's a little skippy here or there, but we are still inside this warm sector. And you can see the same thing that happened to us this morning is now happening into parts of Western Virginia, or West Virginia, excuse me. And this continues to get closer to our area, and we're bringing in more storms out of the south now. We've already seen some in our area, but there's a batch of stronger storms on the way that's going to ride through here in a couple of hours. We're going to dry off once again, and then we're going to bring in more storms again this afternoon along the actual front. So when we look at radar right now, we can see some scattered storms back up in southern Indiana once again, the same areas that saw storms first this morning before the severe storms moved in, and then stronger storms off to the west. But the ones down to the south, we need to keep an eye on, and especially ones that come later on, again, later on this afternoon. So there's a couple more waves that we're going to have to get through before this is all said and done. We have a moderate risk out for our area. This still holds true. Nothing has changed. Madison down through Louisville and down through E-Town, and about as west as, say, the Breckenridge and Tell City area. That's a level 4 out of 5. We don't get many of these. We get a couple every year, but we don't get a ton. There is still some question marks with where are tornadoes going to be most likely this afternoon, and where is severe weather going to be most likely. Are we going to have enough storm energy? We're going to dial into each one of those scenarios and go through more on that timeline coming up here in just a few minutes.